All right, my name is Larry Kwego. You're welcome to New Digital Farm. Now, I want to show you how tree grow. Now, I want to just quickly teach you how tree grow. Maybe you're wondering how you can just come and just see a tree increasing. You say, how is this tree even increasing itself? Or you're not even thought of it of to know how tree grow. Now, I want to let you understand a very basic knowledge on how tree grows. Not the deep one, but just a basic knowledge on how tree grows so you can understand a simple logic on how this tree then grows. So from a year of research and doing all these fruit trees, I'm going to be using this my dwarf tangelo plant that was done by the method of grafting to explain. Now, the first time I grafted this plant, the first time this plant was grafted, it was very dwarf, more shorter than this. Now you can see now it's getting taller. And I've been wondering, why is this tree not moving? Why is it not increasing? It was just like that for the first time. After he finished shooting, it remains like that. It didn't add again because I actually transplanted from the little bag it was, little seedlings bag, to a pot of this pot it is now. So then it remains dormant. So I was wondering, how come this was not increasing? Then that dawned on me that I have to make a research on why this thing was not growing. Then I didn't actually go on. I didn't even read any book. I decided to just look at this plant myself. Then I start feeding it manure and I start applying manure and I used a very good soil to transplant it to this pot. So while looking at it, I mix the soil with some organic material like cow dung and the rest. Then I made sure I mix it very well. Then I planted this plant you are seeing so. Then later on, I was still looking at this. Stay about close to about 2 months. It didn't say increase. It was there like that. And I keep wondering, other plants were growing. They were doing very well. But it just remain like that. Then I just start thinking, I said, okay, fine. Until I discovered something. When I was still looking at it, I discovered something. Now, when a plant was in a seedling bag for a very long time. Now, when you graft a plant and you put it in a seedlings bag, you know that this small bag called seedlings bag, and it was there. Now that plant had been and that plant has stayed there for a very long time. Let's say about 6 to 8 months, and before not transplanting it to a pot, that plant we have to go into a dormant stage for the main time. You won't just enter that pot and start shooting. That is one thing I discovered. Even when you do air layering, if you do air layering and you put a plant inside a seedling bag for a very long time, if you should transplant that plant from that seedling bag to a pot, at some point you don't just stay like that. You understand? It will stay like that for some time, probably about a month. For air layering, it will take about a month. Then you now start shooting. So now I discovered that for this plant, I discovered something. Now, that time that I transplanted into this pot, it just stayed that level. Now, what it was trying to do was first of all, get used to that new soil, one. Also start getting used to this pot I put it. So by so doing, try to develop a new root. Because what happens is, once new roots do not develop, once the plant is not developing new roots, there won't be any growth in that plant. But probably the old roots that you've seen there, maybe they are already old. And they can't be able to take more nutrients just like they're supposed to take. So the only nutrient they are taking is just nutrient for them to remain that stage and not to increase. But when they start developing new roots inside that new soil you put them, they will now start shooting. Now, how did the shooting take place? You discover that if they were just all round, like they don't no new shoot, just like what you're seeing, you just stay like that for some time. And when you start shooting, you will see that a new shoot will come up, just like this one you are seeing now. But it's going to be very small. You'll be looking at the tip of that tree. Just look at the tip before this shoot. You look at the tip. You look at that, you will see some kind of a new shoot. Just be watching at that shoot. Now you discover that this shoot you are seeing this shoot you are seeing will start increasing small. Now, once this shoot start increasing, remember that shoot that is coming as a leaf, that shoot is not actually a leaf, it's a stem. Look at this thing now. Look at this. This started as just a leaf, as if a leaf wanted to shoot. But look at it's a stem that is coming out. Now, once this stem is coming out like this stem will come out. Yeah, this thing was just if it this down one you are seeing, this down one you are seeing, so this one was like this. Now this one have shoot, you have shoot from this branch now, or even this one sef, even this one you are seeing, it was just like this. Now it have become a strong branch now. Okay, you can see. So this will shoot. As this shoot from here now, you will see it will be shooting like a small flower, like a small leaf coming out. But it shoot now. You see it turning a branch. They already turned a branch already. That's how this one was. So how tree grow is from shooting a leaf, that leaf turned to be a branch. Do you understand? That branch will start increasing. As that leaf is trying to get stronger, the branch is keep increasing. So look at this one now, this branch now have already strong. A new shoot, look at it, a new shoot have come. This shoot now will tall and get increased to probably something a height, a certain height. By then, this one must have been thicker like this. And this one now must have turned to this. So it's a process something. So this one, okay, let me use this as an example. Look at this, is very fragile. You can see it's still very, very transparent, very light green. You can see the leaves too, they are light green. But once upon a time, this light green were like this dark green you are seeing. So yes, just let's say about 3 weeks ago, this was exactly what they had to wear. I was watching at them. But now you can see they have turned this from this to this. And see, they have turned this green now, this dark green. They started bringing another new shoot. This one will now shoot just like this one you are seeing now. This one will now shoot until all this leaf will turn to this. They will not be another new shoot. Okay, imagine by the time all this they turn to this thing must have grown up to this point and get a lot of leaf like this. So as this thing keep growing and get to this dark side, they will now stop growing. This very stem you are seeing, so this stem you are seeing will stop growing. And when they stop growing, they will now develop to this green. When they develop to this green, this dark green, another shoot will now come up again. So by so doing, just like this one you are seeing up here now, this one will go to a certain stage and all this leaf you are seeing will open finish and turn to this dark green. When it turn to this dark green you are seeing, so you will discover that another one will now shoot again, just like this one. That how they will be shooting on top each other and turning to this green, this dark green, from a lighter green like this to a dark green, from a lighter green to a dark green, from a lighter stem to a dark stem to a lighter leaf to a dark leaf. They will start piling up each other like that. That's how the tree will keep growing and growing and growing. So keep piling up that way. That's how they will start growing. And before you know, as they keep going, based on the enough nutrient being supplied, they will start shooting out flower for fruiting. So you're seeing how this thing keeps going. So that's what they say, life is a stage. So everything is stages by stages. Every stage you get to in life, you must mature at that stage before to move to the next stage. So these branches get mature at this stage before they develop a new one. Like this one is now. This one can't just I can't just start developing new one on top this one. When this one not turned green, or this one now are not turned to this mature leaf. Every stage you must get mature at every stage you are before you can increase to the next stage. So if you're on this stage, you're not mature enough, you cannot move to the next stage, because even where you are, you're not mature. That's why in classes we graduate, and the only way school used to check you if you are mature in that class is to check your ability to answer some questions. That's why they give you exam. So we human being, for us to know, see, we cannot detect what is in your mind, what's in your brain. The only way to detect what's in your mind and your brain to give you an exam. That's why in school we write exam to check if you are really mature for that class, for you to move to the next class. So this is what this plan does also. They develop themselves to be this dark green, from this light green, from this light stem to this dark stem. So when they know that they have that ability to withstand another stem on top this other stem, then they will now grow to develop another one. So that same way, plant will now start growing. So then growing step on step. So but they must develop to a full stage, to a full green leaf, before the next lighter leaf will start developing to become another branch. So this is how tree tends to grow and in their daily activities and their daily life. So when you see a tree today, it was this, it comes after 6 months already this. Just know that they what they do. They keep building themselves on top themselves, building themselves on top themselves. But the first one they build must got matured before the second one we now follow by. So I believe you must have learned something today. And like I always say, even if you did not learn anything, just understand that a tree must get matured before another branch will form on that one. So from a lighter green to a lighter green leaf or a lighter green stem to a darker green stem and a darker green leaf. So the first of all start from this one, a new shoot like this. When the new shoot will get darker enough to withstand another stem, that is when they can be able to grow another one. These ones that you are seeing that were like this were just like this, just like 3 weeks ago. This one you are seeing that was just darker like this. We are just like this 3 weeks ago, and now they are not like this. Very strong now. That even though wind blow, nothing can happen to them. But this one they are still fragile. So in the next 3 weeks, this one will also develop very stronger for them to create another one like this on top them. So that's how tree grow daily after day. So thank you for watching. Like I said, if you want to learn more about trees, want to have more ideas on how fruit tree grows, subscribe to my channel or follow me on Facebook or follow me on TikTok at New Digital Farm on all our platforms. Always search for us. So my name remains Larry Kwegbo. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. Like I said, if you want to do a layering plan in a large scale, we are available for that services. We are always available. You can always call us to anywhere we're going to come, and also we will negotiate everything or negotiation and be able to finalize. You can come and do this air layering for you in a large scale in your farm, so you can have your harvest in a quick time and a quick procedure. All your plants are going to be dwarf and fruit from a dwarf stage. So thank you and God bless you for watching. See you next time.